Yeah, what's going on, everybody? We are here finally at my fucking apartment, which is why everything sounds so echoey. But I'm really happy about that. I've actually been here for a minute now. I've been really trying to wait to come back when I was able to like play a game, but I'm never able to do that right now. So might as well scratch that itch with watching some gameplay of this fucking Battlefield 6 shit that's been taking over the internet, and I've been mad because I haven't, been able to watch it, and I really want to watch it. So let's scratch that itch together, shall we? I'm really excited for the fucking game. I've been a Call of Duty like lifer. I never really played. Um, I never played Battlefield multiplayer before, so I'm really interested to see how this will compare to that. I was excited for the last one until I heard that it was complete trizash. So, and I'm hearing positive things about this as much as I've been trying to stay away from it. So let's see. Let's just go. Let's see what we got.
Hey guys, Level Cap here, and the Battlefield 6 beta is kicking off today. I've got a breakdown of everything that you're going to want to know to get the most out of this somewhat limited time with the game. We're going to cover classes, modes, maps, weapons, and more. Think of it as a cheat sheet to getting into the game, especially if you're a veteran player and you want to know what's changed. I'll be going over that. Plus, stay tuned to the end as I've got some pretty interesting leaks covering the future of Battlefield 6 content. So, let's get into it. So before we get into some of the nuts and bolts, especially the class differences this time around, I wanted to cover a few new mechanics and hidden gameplay systems that DICE haven't really talked about much. The first is the ability to drag downed players while reviving. This is a pretty cool feature that hasn't been in past Battlefield games, despite DICE sort of teasing it since way back in BF3. Once you initiate a non-defibrillator revive on a teammate, you can drag them into cover during the revive process. After a brief timer, you'll inject them and you'll be back up.
That's always a fun mechanic, dragging your fucking teammates.
Leave behind a
I've always loved that shit since
players know whether
Army of Two
has been dragged around a corner. Another subtle gameplay feature is that there is now a directional indicator showing you where you're taking fire from, even if you're not getting hit by that fire. This is a small gray blob that appears near the red directional hit indicator for when you're taking damage. It's such a subtle thing that I actually didn't even notice it until I was editing back my footage from playing the game. But now that I'm aware of it, I'm definitely going to keep my eyes on it to help quickly locate enemies, especially ones who are not shooting too accurately. A cool change this time around is Battlefield 6 on consoles will support keyboard and mouse input, so if you're a PC gamer who plans on playing on a console or you just prefer KBM as your input, you can try it out. The beta will feature a platform-preferred crossplay system that prioritizes matchmaking you against players on your platform before expanding to all platforms. Alright, let's move on to classes. Gone are Battlefield 2042's more device...
I don't know why. I don't like that. One of the coolest things about playing multiplayer games is, and since when the cross-platform came out, was to just do it without like a fucking, well, with being seamless, right? I don't see the point in limiting it to like filtering it through your console first. I mean, it may be easier to connect that way. I can see that, but I don't know. Maybe like I would like to turn that shit off. Like, give me whoever whenever they can. I'm not trying to trip about it.
Specialists, which had more specific looks and personalities to them, which didn't really jive with the vibe, but otherwise a lot of the way that classes were built in that game have persisted. Battlefield 6 has an open weapon class-based system, and
I'm not too big on class-based systems either. One thing I really like about Call of Duty is I can do whatever whenever. If y'all ever watch me, and y'all gonna watch me soon, whenever I get my shit back. I like doing hybrid classes, right? I like having an SMG and a sniper in my back. I like having a shotgun and an assault rifle. I like doing like a sniper and a pistol. Well, that's not hybrid, but still, you know what I'm saying? I don't like being locked down to certain shit. In
other words, any class can use any gun. However, each class gets signature weapons, traits, and gadgets that incentivize.
Say it again.
open weapon class-based system. In other words, any class can use any gun. However,
Oh, that's
each
good.
class gets signature weapons, traits, and gadgets that incentivize using a preferred weapon class for your class. And I'll detail those perks in just a second. Now, there will allegedly be
That's
a
good to know.
playlist with
That's a good
locked
little- I
weapon
like that.
classes
I'll take
for the beta, and it'll be interesting to see if DICE changes their minds about locked weapons based on the feedback. But given how all the other matchmaking options are for open weapon classes, it feels like they're more or less locked into this path, and they're just trying to make us feel like maybe they could change it, but I seriously doubt it. Alright, so every class has seen a bit of a change, starting off with Assault. This is still kind of the meat grinder infantry role designed
That
to be in the
recoil
front
looks like
lines of
it's
any
nothing.
battle. Players that like to equip an assault rifle and hold the W button to run towards combat will feel
He has a
at
small
home here.
hand
Their
grip on
signature
a
weapon
small
is, of
foregrip,
course,
but they don't got
the
a.
assault rifle, and equipping one will give you faster transition times from sprint to firing and switching to and from assault rifles. And that last bit is important because assault players can equip two primary weapons that they can switch between quickly, though
Oh,
the
that's
second
good.
slot is going to be limited to
I was gonna play
shotguns,
assault anyway.
carbines, and DMRs, all of which are
That's
very
totally fine by
effective
me,
weapons
shit.
regardless, but it just means you can't run
That's exactly what I would do
two
anyway.
assault rifles, or an assault rifle in, say, a bolt-action sniper rifle. Assault also gets a signature trait that reduces damage and movement speed penalties from falling. Their signature gadget
Oh,
is
wow.
an adrenaline injector, which gives you a temporary resistance to flash and stun effects, boosts sprint speed, reduces explosive damage, and makes enemy footsteps louder. Assault also gets an active ability that unlocks when you fully level up your training options that reveals nearby audible players, and getting kills will prolong this effect. Every class has two branches
pretty
of
cool.
training options that you can pick from that are basically class-based skills that you can earn every match via XP. For the Assault, their two upgrade paths are Grenadier.
I love that
and
sn- I love that
Frontliner,
gun, by the
though
way.
I think only
way a gun
Frontliner
looks
will
is
be
fucking
available
beautiful.
in the beta. We'll
I don't know what it is about
Grenadier
this type gun.
earn every match via
I think it's called an
XP.
EBR.
For the Assault, their two upgrade paths are
I don't know why it just looks so good. And it's a fucking semi-auto. I don't know why. I would. This is the first marksman rifle ever platinumed in like or gold or whatever fucking the older Call of Duties.
Grenadier
feels so
and
good.
Frontliner, though I think only Frontliner will be available in the beta. We'll have to wait and see. Grenadier gives you quicker grenade launcher reloads, extra grenades, and it increases your flash resistance. Frontliner will boost health regeneration, give an extra adrenaline injector charge, and it reduces your inaccuracy while moving. One thing to note with the Assault class is that DICE are making some big changes after the beta. They're replacing the signature trait with Commanding Presence, which speeds up objective captures and takes you out of combat faster to speed up how quickly your squad can respawn on you after a fight. They're also
Okay.
moving the respawn beacon, now called the deploy beacon, from Recon class to the Assault class. Again, I believe these two changes are coming after the beta. Next is the
Damn!
Engineer. This
He
is
said
the
that's out the
These two
window.
changes are coming after the beta.
My
Next
nigga
is
flew out. He flew out the window like he got pulled like as a fucking those old timey ass like stage plays where you see the big ass hook come and like pull someone out, like yank him out the goddamn.
Assault class.
Dude flew
Again,
out
I
that fucking
believe
window.
These two changes are coming after the beta. Next is the Engineer. This is the anti-vehicle role, but they're also intended to support your team's vehicles. Their signature weapons are PDWs or SMGs, which get improved hipfire control. Their signature trait reduces explosive damage against them, and their signature gadget is the iconic repair tool, this time with a nice gauge showing you how close to empty it is. Their active ability makes the repair tool work
That's definitely one of the
faster,
better things
and their
from
training
this to Call of
options
Duty
are
is have
either
their classes
anti-armor
are
or combat
useful.
Engineer. Anti-armor makes your
Like
rockets
repairing
reduce the
shit, that's
auto
really
repair
cool.
ability of enemy vehicles.
It's not my
plus it
style,
gives you
but I
more
think it's just
ammo
cool to
and
have.
faster reloads with rocket launchers. Combat Engineer gives vehicles that you're a passenger in auto health regen, a longer lasting repair tool, and it automatically spots nearby mines. The
Oh
support
wow,
class
that's
is another
that's
one
OP
that's seeing a
kind of.
pretty
Goddamn.
big change from its traditional role on the battlefield. While it's still the LMG-focused ammo guy, DICE have also reworked the supply crate to both heal and rearm players. Their signature weapon is the LMG, which gets a buff to remove the sprint speed penalty while you're using it. Their signature trait lets
That's
them
really
drag
nice.
and revive
No
down
sprint
teammates
penalty?
much faster. They're also the only class that can revive anyone on your team, while other classes can only drag and revive their own squad mates. They have access to defibrillators.
Oh, we can revive our
which
squad mates.
extremely
Oh, good.
fast revives their active.
I think I forget who. I think I watched Angry Joe watch the reveal of everything like way back like a week or so. I don't know how long ago it was, and he had a question about whether or not you could revive when anyone could revive anybody. I guess that's a good middle ground. You can revive your squad mates if you're not medic, but you can't not the whole team. That's a good middle ground.
Temporarily boost their resupply and revive speeds. Their training options are either combat medic or fire support. Combat medic can dispense health when other players press the interact
Damn,
key
you
while
bucking
looking
that
at them,
shit.
and they restore health when reviving down players.
God
Fire
damn.
support gives enhanced weapon control when the weapon is mounted and dispenses ammo. Basically, you can push your class to specialize more towards medic or ammo.
That's
traits.
insane.
Finally,
I mentioned the fucking recoil control before, or the handling before. And LMGs are notorious kickers, right? This
gives
motherfucker
enhanced
is
weapon
holding
control
that
when the
shit
weapon
like
is
it's
mounted
nothing.
And dispenses ammo. Basically, you
Motherfucker
can push your
Rambo
class
out
to
this
specialize
bitch.
more towards medic.
Even if you have a foregrip, a vertical foregrip, and like a heavy stock or some shit, it should still at that distance. It shouldn't be like that. God damn.
And dispenses ammo. Basically, you can push your class to specialize more towards medic or ammo traits. Finally, there's the recon class,
Shit.
which is often thought of as a long-range sniper. But
Now, I'm
it
not
does
saying
have
I
some
like
good
want
options
there to
for
be a lot of
close-range
recoil
combat.
and shit. I
While
hate
using
recoil
sniper
personally.
rifles, recon
That
gets
one actually
faster,
looks pretty decent. The
have some
pistol.
good options for
But,
close-range combat. While using sniper rifles,
Sometimes
recon
some
gets
shit can be
faster,
like
rechambering
unnecessarily
between shots,
laser.
which is a pretty good bonus. It decreases scope sway
Laser-like.
and gives you a longer breathful duration. Their signature trait automatically spots enemies
Oh, yeah,
while
here
you're
it's again.
laboring between shots, which is a pretty good. Often thought of as a long-range sniper, but it does have some good options for close-range combat. While using sniper rifles, recon gets faster rechambering between shots, which is a pretty good bonus. It decreases scope sway and gives you a longer breathful duration. Their signature trait
You don't want to give me that, bro. You don't want to give me that, man. You really don't want to give that to me, dog. I'm gonna be a fucking monster if you give that shit to me.
automatically spots enemies while you're aiming at them through the
That's-
optic.
you don't-
They
you
also
don't
get
wanna
a
give me
motion
that,
sensor
bro.
as their signature gadget, and they get a UAV that marks enemies as their active ability. Their
You
training
don't wanna
options
give
are
me any of
Sniper
that.
Or Pathfinder. Sniper gets improved auto spot speed, range, and duration. Sniper shots will highlight enemies and temporarily prevent healing, while headshot kills on enemy players will make them unrevivable. Pathfinder.
You don't want me to
undetectable by
have
equipment
that. You
unless
don't want me to
you're
have it. You
sprinting.
don't. You don't. Y'all
highlights
just playing.
damaged enemies
Y'all just
for the
fucking
entire
playing.
game, and it can perform quieter takedowns. Like the Assault class, Recon is getting some changes after the beta that replaces the Pathfinder training path with Spec Ops that is more focused on stealth and avoiding detection. Now, when it comes to weapons, I'm sure we're going to learn a lot more during the beta as we'll have a lot more playtime to really go through them, but for a quick recommendation list, assault rifles are naturally quite good. I really enjoyed the G36. It's very easy to use. It might not be the best weapon out there, but if you're getting into the game and you want
I don't know why my
something that is
screen was
solid,
fucked up the whole
that's
time.
a
I
good
just
go-to.
realized
For
that shit.
carbines, I enjoyed both
my
the
top thing
M4
was
and the
there.
417. Both were very effective. The PDW/SMGs were actually surprisingly good. They have very low recoil, allowing them to punch much further than you might expect, and I found myself using them a lot more than I had in previous Battlefield games. The LMGs are fun. They are slow to draw and aim down sight, so just keep that in mind, but they are effective with massive magazines that you can upgrade in the weapon.
Yeah, effective. That
customization
motherfucker's
menu.
a laser.
Properly equipped Ultimax 100 is also a bit of a laser beam, so if you just want
Yeah.
a machine gun that's easy to use and effective at medium to longer ranges, that is a great option. Now, on the vehicle side, things feel pretty familiar. Tanks go
I
down
saw.
fast.
Yo,
and-
don't think I didn't see that shit,
Now,
bro.
on the vehicle side, things feel pretty familiar.
This shit, he motherfuckers, he threw it and it hit the goddamn rear view light up here at this one. Oh my god.
tanks go down fast if you're
Also, I don't think I like that. I noticed it a few times. I didn't. I don't know why it took me this long to pick up on what the fuck it was.
Easy to use and effective at
But why the fuck are
medium
grenades
ranges.
glowing
That is
like
a
that?
great option. Now on the vehicle side, things feel pretty.
No, but seriously though, why is it glowing like that? I don't like that. It's obviously like warning. There's a grenade coming. No, I don't like that.
Familiar. Tanks go down fast if you're not careful, so you can't overextend them, but their weapons are highly effective, and if you've got a good crew, you can keep them up and running for a long time. The attack helicopter is good, but it's not super agile, so it does feel a bit vulnerable at
I've
the
never,
moment.
ever,
I'll probably be playing around with
any
some
game been
sensitivity
any
options
good
during
pilot.
the beta
I'm
to
not a
see
good
if I can
pilot.
dial it in a bit better. Now the beta will
I'm also not
feature
interested in
several
being a good
modes that are
pilot,
gonna be
but still, I'm
split
not a good
across
pilot.
the different beta weekends. Weekend 1, which is basically this beta, will offer Conquest, closed weapons on Breakthrough, and standard Breakthrough. It'll also offer some more
That nigga tripped. He was walking
closed
backwards and
weapons on
fucking tripped.
Breakthrough and standard Breakthrough. It'll also offer some more close quarter modes with Domination and King of the Hill. Weekend 2 will offer an additional 2 modes, Rush and Squad Deathmatch. For Weekend 1, the maps will include Siege of Cairo, which is a personal highlight of mine. I recommend playing that one as much as possible. Liberation Peak in Iberian Offensive.
God damn, that
Weekend 2
ragdoll. Yo,
as
I'm be
much as
cracking
possible.
up with this fucking
Liberation
ragdoll,
Peak
bro.
in Iberian
Jeez.
Offensive. Weekend 2 will add the Empire State map, which is infantry.
When I'm on my shotgun
Now,
runs, bro,
Escalation is a
I'm
brand new
gonna be
addition
dying the
coming
whole
with
time.
Battlefield 6, but sadly
Laughing.
it's not going to be playable in the beta. It was explained to me as kind of like Conquest, but as the match progresses, the available capture points shrink,
God.
forcing both teams into tighter
Yo,
combat
you don't
areas.
want me to
Some
have
of the
this game.
developers I spoke with at the reveal event said it was their favorite mode to play, so I'm kind of disappointed that we won't get a chance to play it during the beta. Who knows what DICE has planned for the future though? Maybe we'll get a sneak peek at it before launch. Now something else I'm really looking forward to trying out is Battlefield 6's version of Portal. It won't be available during the beta, but it looks incredibly powerful. It's using the
That looks
Godot
really,
engine
really cool.
to let players
That looks
create
super,
custom
super
maps
dope.
with advanced scripting, AI, and more. It just seems so much more powerful than the last one. It seems like Halo Forge mode, but potentially maybe even more powerful. Now, I'm
I
sure
would
a lot
say
of
so.
you, like me, got really
I would say,
excited
actually,
when we
If I'm thinking of my immediate thought was Halo 3 because that's where it came from, either Halo 3 or Halo Reach. Either way, I did both of them. But he's all about Halo Infinite, and Halo Infinite's Forge is very good. I love Halo Infinite's Forge. I haven't gotten good enough to use it. I've used it nearly enough, but I feel like it'd be on par with this. The only thing that'll make this better is this one has look the art style, the more realistic shit is gonna feel a whole lot different. And it looks like you could do different kinds of things than what you can do in Halo's Forge. But I'm really interested to see what people come up with this one.
we saw the Operation Firestorm remake in the gameplay reveal. This is an iconic map that was first revealed in Battlefield 3, and it served as a great showcase of the mixed infantry and vehicle combat that Battlefield is all about. But it doesn't look like it's going to be the only classic map getting a remake. Some DICE devs have revealed that the studio is listening to players about remaking classic maps, and that they might make some more if there's enough demand. This sounds like a big PR stunt, and it's likely that they already have many of these maps.
I mean,
in the
if you-
works already, they just
If you give niggas Forge, they'll do it themselves. You give niggas mods, they'll do it themselves. We don't need an official map release. You can have there's gonna be one dedicated person to make every map, every one of their favorite maps. There's gonna be one person to do it.
discovered a list of maps in development.
God bless
for the
that
game.
man.
It includes 4 remakes: Operation Firestorm, Propaganda, Talam Market, and Downtown. There's been multiple leaks and data mines hinting at these specific maps being part of Battlefield 6 production, so with Firestorm confirmed, it seems like just a matter of time. Given the more close
Just
quarter
a
nature
matter
of the
of time.
current map lineup, I certainly wouldn't mind seeing them
God, this ragdoll's
remaster
ridiculous.
Caspian Border, or
This
even
ragdoll's
the
giving me Saints Row
iconic
vibes.
Wake Island. Now, speaking of Firestorm, there's plenty of teases indicating that the Battle Royale mode from Battlefield 5 is coming back. Aside from the hint in
Yeah,
the live
probably.
stream reveal, there's already been some leaked videos of the mode that show a destroyed suburb of California and a soldier walking through a house with a massive hole blown out of it. As for the mechanics of the mode, there isn't too much info that's leaked, but we do know
So-
that the mode will likely be free to play.
Hold
The
on.
Firestorm, which is the closing circle, allegedly will do a ton of damage when you're close to it, so rather than having that gameplay mechanic where you can be in the Firestorm and then come out of it, seems like that might actually be less available this time.
I like
and then
that.
You just have to
Good.
avoid it in general. Dead players will be
I think I haven't played it yet. I am going to play it for sure. But I've definitely watched. No, I played the beta, so I do have words on this. The Night Rain. The Night Rain's rain doesn't hurt nearly enough. Not nearly enough. Not even after release, this shit hurt enough. When I think PUBG probably did it the best balanced, because you can survive a decent amount of time in that circle, or in that red zone before you fucking die. But it's terrifying. I've always been scared getting to the red zone of fucking in PUBG, but it can't be Night Rain levels of weak. When you I like the idea of if you're in there, you can't be 50 meters from the fucking circle and be like, oh, I'm fine. No, if you're 50 meters, you should be fucking panicking. Like, it's eating me alive. You know what I'm saying? You need that real panic to keep the end that real panic, right? If your fire is just gonna fucking singe my leg here, I'm not gonna give a fuck. But if I'm gonna lose a leg and have to drag myself through the rest of the circle, no, I'm gonna fucking not touch the goddamn circle.
respawnable at deploy points. Dead players will also get an Overwatch ability that lets them spectate the match via remote cameras and drones, and even control remote turrets. Overall, I'm really hoping that DICE can finally deliver a popular and successful Battle Royale experience. Battlefield 5's Firestorm felt like the inspiration for many other Battle Royale experiences, but it just died before it could really gain any traction.
I like
thanks to
that
being
environmental
behind a paywall. I think Battlefield
pop-up.
once again has one of the best opportunities to evolve the Royale experience with dynamic destruction for buildings, which they did with Firestorm, which was such a cool feature, allowing you to just blow up a building that you suspected somebody was camping in there. Really
See, I was waiting for him to bring this up, 'cause I was hearing shit about this too. Oh no, I saw it when I was watching. I was watching little clips on Twitter and shit when they did the reveals. The destruction mechanic is fantastic, right? I love the idea in a multiplayer game to be able to destroy buildings and change the landscape and get motherfuckers at camping spots and shit like that, right? But the thing is, I saw like someone did a test on it, right? He shot a grenade launcher at it. It hit the wall. It bust open a window, but didn't do much else but scorch the wall. But then he shot it again, and the whole fucking shit just came down, right? The whole floor came down, and then the front building came down. It's cool, but it's like going from 10 to 80, right? I feel like it should have steps. Like, you should be able to just punch a person-sized hole in the wall without destroying the whole thing. I think they even showed it in the trailer where the guy took a sledgehammer to the ground and the whole shit fell down. It's like, no, I just wanted a hole here, not a whole goddamn floor gone, right? There should be more precision destruction like they have in Siege. Rainbow Six Siege has very, very good destruction, I think. In the precision destruction, you can't destroy everything like in Battlefield, but they have good precision destruction, right? I think you need a blend of that, right? And it's also just different games, right? This map is significantly bigger than a single building in Siege, but I feel like there could be a good balance to strike here, where you can punch a wall down without knocking down the whole building. You can knock down like a 6-foot circle in the floor or the ceiling without taking down the whole goddamn floor. You know what I'm saying?
evolved the game mode and made it feel much more realistic and dynamic. Hopefully Firestorm 2.0 learns from its past mistakes. In the meantime, I'm going to jump into the Battlefield 6 beta and just play the heck out of it. So excited for this. I hope you guys enjoyed this coverage. And if you want to see some of
it's a
the
good
stuff
video.
I've been
Solid
doing
video.
while I wait for Battlefield 6 to come out,
Yeah, I can't jump in right now because I don't have a fucking chair. And I also don't have Game Pass right now. But I should have that by the next beta. And then you don't want me to in this fucking beta, dog. You don't want it. What are comments saying? Comments saying they don't want me to have it either. I wonder if it's gonna bring back Operation. I don't know what that is. Actually, I don't know why I'm reading comments. There's gonna be a lot of people who already know the game. Again, I've been a Call of Duty lifer. The only Battlefield I ever played was Hardline because it was on Games with Gold, and I actually didn't even play it until recently. But I didn't play it. I didn't play multiplayer. I don't think the multiplayer had servers. But I played the campaign. I didn't finish it. But I played it. But yeah. So I'm really excited. I don't know shit, so I'm really excited to learn and get my ass kicked and rage quit. I'm not gonna rage quit, but still.